As we get older, our legs become the foundation of our independence. They let us walk freely, climb stairs, carry groceries, and move through life with confidence. But after 60, something changes. The legs begin to feel heavier, weaker, and less responsive. You start to notice that walking long distances feels harder, or that getting out of a chair takes more effort than before. Most people think this is just aging, an inevitable loss of strength that can't be stopped. But that's not the full story. I'm Dr. Nancy Weller, and what I'm about to tell you might surprise you. There are two common vitamins that millions of seniors take every day, believing they're protecting their health, when in fact, these same vitamins could be quietly weakening their legs, harming their circulation, and draining their energy. The first time I started noticing this pattern was years ago, when several of my patients complained that despite taking their supplements faithfully, they felt weaker. Their balance was worse, their legs felt shaky, and some even experienced unusual cramps or tingling sensations. These were people who exercised regularly and ate well. On paper, they were doing everything right, but their test results told another story. Their nutrient balance was off, not because they were deficient, but because they were over-supplemented. Too much of certain vitamins can disrupt muscle function, slow nerve signals, and impair how the body uses minerals that keep your legs strong. And the two biggest culprits are vitamin E and vitamin A. Let's start with vitamin E. For decades, vitamin E has been marketed as a powerful antioxidant that protects your cells from damage, supports your heart, and boosts immunity. That part is true, but only in moderation. The problem is, many seniors take it in doses far higher than the body actually needs. Multivitamins, fortified foods, and additional vitamin E capsules can easily push your intake over the safe limit. When that happens, the vitamin that once protected your cells begins to interfere with your body's natural balance. Excess vitamin E can thin your blood too much, which reduces oxygen delivery to your muscles. Your legs, which depend on healthy circulation for strength and stability, start to feel tired and heavy. What most people don't realize is that vitamin E isn't a single compound. It's a group of 8 different molecules, including tocopherols and tocotrienols. Some of these are beneficial in small amounts, but large doses can actually suppress the activity of vitamin K, a nutrient critical for blood clotting and muscle repair. Without enough vitamin K activity, your small capillaries become fragile, your tissues bruise more easily, and your muscle fibers recover more slowly after daily activity. Over time, this can lead to subtle weakness in the legs that gets worse without an obvious cause. You might notice that your legs fatigue faster when walking, or that you develop mild dizziness after standing up. These are early warning signs that your vitamin balance is off. I once had a patient named Judith, a 69-year-old retired nurse who took a large amount of vitamin E daily because she believed it was protecting her heart. When she came to see me, she complained of constant leg cramps, bruising on her calves, and low energy. Her lab work showed that her vitamin E levels were 3 times higher than normal, while her vitamin K activity was suppressed. We stopped her supplement, encouraged her to focus on vitamin K-rich foods like leafy greens, and within a month her cramps subsided and her stamina improved. Judith's story is a perfect reminder that even healthy nutrients can become harmful when taken out of balance. The second vitamin that can quietly weaken your legs is vitamin A. It's essential for vision, skin health, and immune function, but in large amounts, it becomes toxic to your muscles and bones. Vitamin A accumulates in the liver, and unlike water-soluble vitamins that flush out easily, it builds up over time. When levels get too high, it interferes with vitamin D, calcium absorption, and protein synthesis, 3 things your legs desperately need to stay strong. This imbalance leads to brittle bones, sore joints, and slower muscle recovery. You might feel stiffness in the knees, aching thighs, or unexplained fatigue in your legs even without overexertion. Many seniors who take daily multivitamins don't realize they're already getting plenty of vitamin A through fortified foods, dairy, and fish oil. Adding an extra supplement on top can push levels into the danger zone without any immediate symptoms. One of my patients, a 73-year-old man named Harold, came to me with persistent weakness in his thighs and pain in his lower back. He assumed it was just age-related arthritis, but his bone scans and muscle enzymes looked normal. When I reviewed his supplements, I noticed that his multivitamin contained high doses of both preformed vitamin A and beta-carotene. His blood tests confirmed mild vitamin A toxicity. Once we reduced his intake and balanced it with vitamin D and magnesium, his symptoms slowly improved. Within 2 months, he told me, my legs don't feel heavy anymore. The damage wasn't permanent. His body just needed time to recalibrate. Too much vitamin A also affects mitochondria, the tiny powerhouses inside your cells that produce energy. When mitochondria become sluggish, your muscles can't generate enough strength. You may feel as if your legs are constantly tired, even after a full night's rest. This fatigue is often mistaken for aging, but it's actually the body struggling under an unnecessary nutrient burden. Just because something is called a vitamin doesn't mean more is better. Balance is everything. Another reason these two vitamins are particularly risky after 60 is that the body's metabolism slows down and storage increases. Fat-soluble vitamins like A, D, E, and K are stored in fatty tissue and the liver. When you were younger, your metabolism burned through these nutrients faster, keeping levels in check. But as you age, your body holds on to them longer, meaning even moderate supplementation can lead to gradual buildup. The effects don't show up overnight, they appear slowly. Heavier legs, more swelling, slower recovery after walking. It's easy to dismiss these symptoms as normal aging, but the truth is, your body is signaling imbalance. It's also important to understand how these vitamins interact with other nutrients. Vitamin E, for example, competes with vitamin K, as I mentioned earlier. It also influences how your body uses selenium and iron, two minerals critical for muscle energy. Excess vitamin E can lower selenium levels, leading to cramps and weakness. Vitamin A, on the other hand, competes with vitamin D for absorption. So if you're taking both in high doses, your vitamin D may not work properly. Since vitamin D is essential for calcium absorption and muscle repair, too much vitamin A can effectively cancel out those benefits, leaving your legs weaker and your bones more fragile. The supplement industry rarely talks about these interactions. Many products are marketed with high doses to make them sound more effective. Extra strength, high potency, super antioxidant. But the truth is that your body doesn't need more. It needs balance. High doses of vitamins A and E may look appealing on the label, but inside your body, they can disrupt the delicate chemistry that keeps your muscles functioning smoothly. This is why blood tests and professional guidance are so important for seniors. What worked for you 10 years ago might not be right for you now. You might wonder, if these vitamins are risky, why are they in so many supplements? The answer lies in outdated research. Early studies in the 1970s and 80s suggested that antioxidants like vitamin E could protect against heart disease and aging. But newer, more comprehensive studies have found that high-dose vitamin E supplements can actually increase the risk of bleeding, stroke, and muscle weakness in older adults. The same goes for vitamin A. While essential in small doses, long-term high intake has been linked to bone thinning, fractures, and reduced muscle strength. These findings have led many doctors, including myself, to recommend that seniors avoid large standalone doses of either vitamin unless specifically prescribed for a deficiency. So what should you do instead? First, focus on getting your nutrients from food rather than supplements whenever possible. Natural sources of vitamin E, like nuts, seeds, and olive oil, provide smaller, safer amounts along with other compounds that help your body use them properly. For vitamin A, choose foods rich in beta-carotene, such as carrots, sweet potatoes, and leafy greens. Beta-carotene is a precursor. Your body converts it to vitamin A only as needed, which prevents overload. If you're taking a multivitamin, read the label carefully. Many contain redundant or high doses of fat-soluble vitamins that you don't actually need. Look for balanced formulas that use safe, moderate amounts, and avoid those labeled as mega or high potency. Second, make sure you're supporting the nutrients that truly help maintain leg strength after 60. These include vitamin D, magnesium, and B12, nutrients that are often deficient in seniors and directly support muscle function and energy. Vitamin D keeps your muscles responsive and helps your body absorb calcium, while magnesium supports nerve communication and relaxation. Vitamin B12 fuels your cells with energy and prevents fatigue. Unlike A and E, these vitamins are less likely to build up to harmful levels and are critical for mobility, balance, and stamina. Another point to remember is that more supplementation does not equal more protection. I've seen too many seniors with cupboards full of pills and bottles thinking they're investing in their health, but in reality, they're overloading their system. The human body thrives on equilibrium. Every nutrient plays a role, and when one is too high, it throws others out of balance. Your legs, the largest muscles in your body, are often the first to show the effects of that imbalance. When something is off, you feel it there first, in fatigue, stiffness, or weakness. The best approach is moderation. Use supplements to fill gaps, not to flood your system. Pay attention to how your body feels. If you're taking vitamin E or A and notice your legs feel heavier, your recovery slower, or your energy dipping, talk to your doctor about adjusting your intake. Simple changes can make a huge difference in how you feel day to day. The beauty of the human body is its resilience. Once you correct the imbalance, circulation improves, oxygen returns to the muscles, and strength begins to rebuild naturally. I always tell my patients that aging is not about giving up strength. It's about understanding what your body needs now. The same habits that worked in your 40s won't necessarily work in your 70s. Your body is more sensitive, more reactive, and requires a different kind of care. When you choose your vitamins wisely and eliminate the ones doing harm, you give your body the chance to restore itself. Strong legs mean freedom, the freedom to walk confidently, to travel, to stay independent. And that freedom is worth protecting. So before you take another supplement, take a closer look at what's inside. Sometimes, the vitamins you think are helping you are actually holding you back. By keeping your vitamin A and E intake moderate, focusing on real food, and supporting your body with the nutrients it truly needs, you can rebuild strength and stability from the ground up. Your legs don't have to grow weaker with age. They can remain strong, steady, and full of life when you treat them with balance and care.